The bad boy, Joey Janela, was on Insight with Chris Van Vleet this week, talking about his post AEW contract antics on the indie scene, mostly in GCW, and most infamously was the story that broke recently about Joey Janela setting his foot on fire and then super kicking somebody with it and then not being able to put his foot out. Check out this clip where Joey Janela talks with CVV about this situation and trying to put his fucking foot out before it burns off the bone. Check it out.
But back to the foot. So this video went viral of you giving a flaming super kick.
Yes.
You lit your foot on fire, which in itself was already crazy enough that you gave a flaming super kick. But it was the fact that your foot wouldn't go out. It just kept burning.
So
You didn't think to have a fire extinguisher on hand?
I didn't want a fire extinguisher. Usually a fire extinguisher, it's kind of pointless. Usually you put water on the fire and it goes out. That's what people don't get. They start splashing my foot, and I'm trying to get the shoe off because I tied the shoe so tight on that I didn't want there to be a chance that I super kicked them and my flaming shoe flew off into the crowd and lit someone on fire. It was hard to get it off. I get it off, and then I was like, the shoe's on fire, okay. And then I look, and my sock is on fire now. They're pouring water on it, and then I start grabbing it. I start grabbing my foot, trying to put it out with my hands. Adrenaline's running through me. I don't feel the flames. I guess it's just a lighter fluid, the way it burns. And eventually, Rob shit to the rescue, came out and threw his leather jacket on my foot and out. But
did you get any burns?
No burns. It didn't even burn through the sock.
Joey Janela is a fucking idiot. So first of all, this is actually kind of a fun spot. Back in my day when I was a backyard wrestler and stuff, I think a lot of us wrestling fans, would wrestle around with our friends in the backyard and shit. And when the ECW days came around, we introduced a little bit of hardcore into our backyard shit, right? At least we did. I did. And I did this thing where I figured out, and looking back on it, it was probably super stupid. But I figured out that hairspray, I'd take my mom's hairspray, was flammable. You hold a lighter in front of it and go, and it would go. Whoo. So doing that, like I never felt comfortable spraying in somebody's face. But what I did was I did this thing where I sprayed my hand, sprayed my fist up with dripping wet with hairspray, and then I would light it. And it was probably super dumb, but I never felt it, like, because it would go, it would ignite, and then when you draw back and punch, that motion, like, it goes out right away. Like, it's just, it's a visual, and I think that's what he was going for with the kick. I don't know if he was hoping or planning for his foot to still be on fire when he got done with that kick. Certainly there was no plan to put it out. He's talking about, I don't like fire extinguishers. I like water. He's a fucking idiot. I don't want to take the chance of getting it on my... Shut up. All right? Yeah. If you're going to do a fire spot, you have a fire extinguisher just for the fact that fire is uncontrollable, right? Doesn't matter what you want. You can have the water ready to pour on your foot, but you have the fire extinguisher there just in case shit burns down. But regardless, Joey Janela is a fucking idiot. You can listen. If you listen to this whole interview and you listen to the guy talk, he's a fucking moron. He's an absolute mud show outlaw douchebag idiot. I'm sorry for the Joey Janela fans. And look, I like hardcore wrestling. I like it. Like I said, I used to do the flaming punch, but it would go out. It wouldn't burn me. It wouldn't burn the person. Not that I'm any kind of professional or anything, but if I can do it, if my idiot ass can do it in my backyard when I'm fucking 15, 14, then he can do it when he's fucking in his 30s in a professional wrestling ring. So that happened. It was very funny to watch him just like, apparently he had no burns at all. Like he had no, like it didn't get through to his foot. He might have had to buy a new pair of boots. That would suck. GCW might have to buy a new fucking canvas for their ring. They can't even afford an apron to go around the ring, so getting them a new canvas is going to be a tough issue. But I actually don't mind seeing stuff like this. I actually think the flaming super kick is a sweet idea for a spot. So I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not calling Janela an idiot because he did the spot. I'm actually okay with that. I'm calling him an idiot because he didn't think it through. He had no plan for, is my foot going to stay on fire instead of going out with the kick? And if it does, how am I going to put it out? A water bottle, a bucket? It took a half hour for that to happen, and it still wasn't enough. This should have been thought through. And if Janela couldn't come up with it, he said he told Brett Lauderdale, the guy who runs GCW, he should have been like, if you're doing a fire spot, we need a fire extinguisher. We got to take precautions. You know what I mean? Like, they're still a little bit too indie-rific for their own good. And somebody's going to get fucking hurt just because they don't go out of their way to take the proper precautions to just, fuck, it's an extra $20 at the hardware store to go get like a little one. You can buy you don't need like the giant ones or anything like that. Just be prepared. Clue the ref in, be like, hey, as soon as you see me lining up to do this kick, maybe go outside the ring and get the fire extinguisher immediately. Like, nobody's going to be watching the ref anyway when there's a flaming super kick going on. So just take a powder, go grab the fire extinguisher. So the second that I lay my kick in, and it's done, if that boot hasn't gone out, you come in and just spray the fuck out of me. As a referee, I would imagine that if a fire breaks out in the middle of the match, one of your duties, if this was a legitimate sport, this was the UFC, and somebody did a flaming fucking kick in the middle of a UFC fight, I would imagine one of the referee's responsibilities would be to put the fire out. So referee sees fire, referee goes for fire extinguisher. It's believable. It's safe. It's good to go. And, maybe not use the whole bottle of lighter fluid. That's the other thing. And he also said he sent somebody up to the store to get the lighter fluid for him. I've heard Bully Ray talk about this before, and I'm sure other people have mentioned it too in different interviews. There are good kinds and bad kinds of lighter fluid. There's kinds that will kind of go out right away, and there's kinds that will stick around for a while. And you don't want the wrong kind because that can cause a problem, as it did for Joey Janela. But hey, to me, other than, Janela's an idiot and it was kind of a stupid spot to do without fully thinking it through and being prepared for safety reasons. But at the end of the day, it looked cool, right? And it gets GCW more attention, and it gets Joey Janela more attention. Joey Janela staying in the spotlight, right? Staying on the tip of everybody's tongue, getting his name out there. And he even mentioned that. He mentions that, he that kind of stuff gets him noise. So that's what they're all trying to do in the indies anyway, is get themselves attention and stay in that spotlight. So, kudos to him, if he's got to set himself on fire and, suffer through third-degree burns, which he said he didn't get. But, it took a while for his boot to come off. And then even then his sock was on fire. So, I don't know. But fuck me if I know how fire works, right?
Oh yeah, thanks for checking out the video. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like it if you liked it. Yeah, and you can check out full episodes each and every Sunday right here on the channel. Oh yeah, dig it.